Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. I believe evidence-based medicine has become something of a joke, especially over the last few years. A lot of evidence-based medicine is complete nonsense, no matter how much the medical establishment keeps pushing it as the gold standard. Now, as with everything in life, one shouldn't be extreme. There are a lot of nuances in life. There is a lot of grey in most facets of life, no more so than medicine and science. And evidence-based medicine may indeed have a lot of good things about it. One wouldn't want to be living in a complete cowboy world, no offense to cowboys, where people, particularly doctors, can do whatever they want. You want some evidence, but to a large extent, evidence-based medicine has really become a complete joke, especially over the last few years. And my eyes have really been open to this, because the reality is that in our current world, with so many conflicts of interest, with so many big business interests flooding into the medical and science arena, that what you're seeing to a large extent with many evidence-based medicine practices is in fact corrupted medicine and science. The money has flooded in, and the reality is that anybody who is funding a study, which invariably is always a business interest, a pharmaceutical company, for instance, can in fact ensure that the results are manipulated and statistics are played with to show a favorable result. And our medical journals, the mainstream media, are completely in on this because they are funded by the same vested interests. And in fact, if there's ever a study result which is not favorable, you wouldn't even see it. It would not be published. Think about that and the implications for good medicine and science. But there are reasons beyond healthcare and medicine becoming so very corrupted that evidence-based medicine is also nonsense for many people. And that is because the practice of medicine is something which is based on individuals. Everybody is different. Healthcare and medicine must be personalized. And let me give you 3 examples to highlight this. These are simply examples that I'm going to share with you to reinforce what I'm trying to say. And you might be able to think about examples from your own life or a family member's life of this particular rule applying. Number 1, I drink a cup of Earl Grey tea 1 hour before I go to bed, and it really helps me to sleep. Doctor, what do you think of this? Well, let me pull up this study for you, because 100 people drank Earl Grey tea and it actually kept them awake, because tea contains caffeine and most people were saying they couldn't drink it an hour before they go to sleep. But doctor, I know my own body. Whenever I drink the tea, it helps me to sleep. No, that can't be true. In fact, this other study shows that if we give you this medicine, it's much more likely to help you sleep. But doctor, that medicine is not going to work for me. Earl Grey tea works really well for me. It doesn't matter what your study showed. I know that it works for me. So tell me, ladies and gentlemen, in that particular circumstance, what does evidence-based medicine mean to that person who is insisting that drinking that cup of tea really helps him to sleep? The evidence-based medicine study means nothing at all, because that person is an individual and their body is unique, and what works for them may not work for other people. Number 2, doctor, whenever I take this injection that you strongly recommend every single year, I get this weird tingling feeling across one side of my face. It goes numb, and then I don't feel good for a day or 2. This is really bizarre, but it happens every single time. I don't want to take the injection again. The doctor says, oh, no. Look here, I have 10 research studies, hundreds of patients. Nobody experiences those symptoms. How could you possibly be experiencing them? The research, the studies tell me here that the injection is very safe and well tolerated. Everybody seems to do well in the studies. But doctor, I know my own body. Trust me, whenever I take the injection, I get this very weird feeling. I don't want to take the injection again. The doctor says, no, the injection is very safe and well tolerated. It's ridiculous. You can't possibly be experiencing these symptoms. No other person in the study did. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, what does the evidence-based medicine mean to that individual? They know their own body, and every time they get the injection, they experience symptoms. It doesn't matter if 1 million other people don't experience the symptoms. That individual does. So how does evidence-based medicine and the recommendations help them? They know that they don't want to take the injection. 3rd example, doctor, I notice that whenever I take a turmeric supplement, it improves some of my skin symptoms, including eczema. And in fact, I've been reading up about turmeric and curcumin, the very powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory in turmeric. So there may be a basis behind this, but I'm telling you, doctor, whenever I take a turmeric supplement, my skin inflammation improves. Doctor says, that can't possibly be. I have studies here that I'm looking at, hundreds, thousands of patients. No other patient has experienced an improvement in their skin inflammation and eczema. But doctor, I know my own body, I know my skin, and I'm telling you, whenever I take the turmeric supplement, my skin symptoms improve. Doctor says, I am very skeptical about that. We have all these wonderful medications, prescriptions, creams that can be used, and they do show a lot of evidence-based benefit. I've never seen or heard of anybody telling me what you're saying. Doctor, it works for me. I'm telling you that. And in fact, if this was me, this is what I would say to a doctor even. Listen to me, you idiot. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know my body, I know my own skin, and I know what works for me. And whenever I take that turmeric supplement, my skin eczema improves. I'm not everybody else. I don't care if 1 million people don't experience that. I'm telling you, I experienced benefit, and you should listen to me, doctor. That's what I would personally say. I would get very frustrated. But the bigger point here, ladies and gentlemen, from those 3 examples, is that everybody is unique. And you may be in a similar position. You know what works for you. You know what doesn't work for you. If something works for you, it doesn't matter if 1,000 studies say that it hasn't worked for anyone else. That is where evidence-based medicine falls down. Everybody is unique. The human body is immensely complicated. So again, there may be some situations where evidence-based medicine is needed. You don't want a complete free-for-all where doctors are randomly prescribing things. There has to be some justification. But in many, many circumstances, evidence-based medicine fails everybody. It fails you and it fails your family. So there you go then. 3 examples of where evidence-based medicine, yes, evidence-based medicine, that gold standard where academic physicians go around in their bow ties, preaching about how wonderful evidence-based medicine is, has completely failed individuals. And there are thousands, maybe even millions of stories like that. Feel free to share any stories from your life or a family member's life down below, where something which was evidence-based medicine hasn't worked and something which isn't evidence-based medicine has worked. There are so many examples like that because medicine is about individuals. Everybody is unique. Every body is unique. What works for someone may not work for another person. And what doesn't work for 999 people may work for one person. But hey, it's worked for that one person, so it is a good thing. And it's worked for them no matter what the evidence says. Keep that in mind and always remember to not view evidence-based medicine as something which is sacred. It doesn't work a lot of the time. Thanks everyone for watching. Feel free to comment again down below. Check out my Health Academy and my free newsletters. Those links are down below, as is the link to my uncensored platform. Hit the like button if you like this video and the bell button for more similar videos in the future. That really helps with the algorithm and getting these videos shared as widely as possible. We will speak again very soon.